We're talking about a coin that you might have sitting in your collection, tucked away in a drawer, or maybe even in your change jar. The 1994 Maryland State Quarter. You wouldn't believe how valuable one of these could be. So, if you're a collector or just curious to see if your coins are worth something, make sure to stick around until the end of this video. Because believe it or not, some of these quarters are worth up to a whopping $1 million. Yep, you heard that right, 1994 Maryland State Quarter. Is it worth $1 million? Find out. First, let's take a step back and talk about how these quarters came to be. The Maryland State Quarter was released in 1994 as part of the US Mints 50 State Quarters program. Each state had its own special design that reflected the state's history, culture, and symbols. Maryland's quarter design features the state flag, which includes the distinctive black and gold colors, and the word Maryland along with the year of 1788. It's a beautiful design and, at the time, it was a huge hit with collectors. But here's the thing, not all Maryland quarters are equal in value. So, what makes the 1994 Maryland quarter so valuable? Well, it all comes down to rarity and condition. Most 1994 Maryland quarters you'll find in your change or collections are worth only 25 cents. But a special edition of this quarter, known as the Doubleday Obverse Era coin, can fetch you thousands, or even millions, if you have the right one. Now, here's where the magic happens. The Doubleday Obverse refers to a mistake made during the minting process. On some of the 1994 Maryland State quarters, the design was stamped twice, creating a slight doubling effect on certain features like the state name and the date. This is not something you see every day. See the difference here? Notice how the letters and numbers on the Doubleday quarter have a doubled or blurry look to them. That's the key to identifying these rarities. And let me tell you, when a coin like this is in perfect condition, the value skyrockets. So, how can you identify if you've got one of these valuable Doubleday era quarters? Let's break it down. You'll want to closely examine the front of the coin, specifically the inscription Maryland and the year 1994. Look for any doubling of the letters or numbers. Use a magnifying glass and really pay attention to the finer details. You should be able to see a second outline or faint image if it's a Doubleday coin. And here's a tip, make sure you're looking at the right areas, because other signs of wear can mimic this effect. But if you've got a true Doubleday, you might just be holding on to something worth thousands of dollars. Now, I know you're wondering, what's this coin really worth today? The value can vary depending on a few factors, including the condition of the coin, and how well it's been preserved. A mint condition 1994 Maryland Doubleday quarter can be worth anywhere from a few $1,000s to an eye-popping $1 million. That's right. Coins like this have been sold for huge amounts at auctions. The demand for era coins, especially those tied to historic moments like the State Quarters program, has led to them becoming some of the most sought-after collectibles in the world. So, if you think you might have one of these Doubleday era quarters, what should you do? Well, step 1 is to get it properly graded by a professional coin grader. These companies, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, will inspect your coin and assign it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable your coin could be. Once graded, you can then decide if you want to sell it through an auction house or a reputable dealer who specializes in rare coins. But always make sure you're working with trusted professionals to avoid scams or undervaluation. To wrap it up, if you've got a 1994 Maryland quarter in your collection, it's definitely worth checking for that Doubleday era. With the right conditions, you could be holding onto a rare treasure worth thousands, or even millions of dollars. Remember, this doesn't just apply to Maryland quarters. There are so many coins out there, across all different years, that could be worth more than you think. So, take a closer look at your change jar and start searching for those hidden gems. You never know what you might find. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on how to identify valuable coins in your collection. And share this with a friend who might be sitting on a potential fortune. We're talking about the rarest of the rare, the 1965 Maryland $2 coin. And yes, this little coin could be worth up to a hopping 2 million. Stick around as we dive into its fascinating story, and why you should be checking your change. You might just be holding on to something extremely valuable. Now, let's start by talking about the 1965 quarter. Most people think of the regular quarters from that year, which are worth just 25 cents. But there's a special story behind the 1965 Maryland quarter that you probably don't know. It wasn't part of the regular minting process that most people received in circulation. In fact, this coin was minted in very limited quantities, and is part of a unique collection known as the Statehood Quarter series. But there's more to this story that makes it so valuable. During the 1965, the U.S. Mint was experimenting with designs to commemorate each of the 50 states. And while most states were honored in the late 50s with the Statehood Quarter program, Maryland's design was actually meant to be part of this series but ended up being extremely limited in its release. Why is this coin so rare? Well, here's the twist: the 1965 Maryland quarter was part of a huge minting error. A small number of these quarters were struck with an incorrect design. Instead of having the standard Washington portrait on the obverse, these quarters accidentally featured an older, rarely used design from earlier U.S. minting. And these design mistakes are exactly what make them so valuable today. The error occurred due to a mix-up during the production process. The U.S. Mint accidentally released these limited error coins into circulation, and for many years, they went unnoticed. But collectors eventually realized the mistake, and the rest, as they say, is history. So, how much is this rare 1965 Maryland quarter actually worth? You might be sitting on a fortune. Some of these coins have been known to fetch upwards of 2 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. The most well-documented sales of this coin have seen collectors paying millions for one piece. But not every 1965 quarter is worth that much, of course. It all depends on the condition of the coin, the error, and whether it has been verified by a trusted grading service. Now, let's talk about how to identify if you've got one of these highly sought-after 1965 Maryland quarters in your hands. First, take a close look at the design. If your quarter has the normal image of George Washington, then it's not the one you're looking for. The key feature of the rare Maryland error quarter is the slight design mistake. Specifically, you're looking for the old design that was accidentally minted on some of the quarters. This will be very hard to spot unless you know exactly what to look for, but once you find it, you'll know it's a game changer. Also, it's important to note that the condition of the coin plays a huge role. The better condition it's in, the higher its value. So if you've got a quarter that looks like it's been in circulation for decades, don't be discouraged. It might still hold some value, but it'll never reach those millions if it's worn down too much. Now, if you've got one of these Maryland quarters, you're probably wondering, how do I sell it for the best price? First things first, get your coin professionally graded. Companies like Pigs and Inc. are known for their reputation in coin grading. A professional grade will give you an official certification of the coin's authenticity and value, which can drastically increase its appeal to collectors and investors. Next, you'll want to find a reputable coin dealer, or you might want to consider auctioning it off at a trusted coin auction house. There are online marketplaces, but a physical dealer or auction often provides more security and can get you a better price. To wrap things up, if you have a 1965 Maryland $2 in your collection, you might just have the treasure of a lifetime. While the chances of finding one of these error coins might be slim, it's always worth checking your old change, especially if you've got some quarters from the 1965. Remember, you never know what might be hiding in your coin jar. We're going to talk about a coin that could make you thousands, even millions of dollars, if you have one hiding in your collection. It's the 1981 State Maryland $2 coin. Now, you might be thinking, a quarter from 1981? Surely it's not worth that much. Well, let me tell you, this specific quarter is rare, and it can be worth up to 4 million. Let's dive into why that's the case, and what you need to know if you're looking to sell your old coins for a big payout. First, let's break down why this coin is so valuable. The 1981 State Maryland quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, which was launched in 1999 by the US Mint. These quarters featured a unique design for each state, and in 2000 the Maryland design was released, showing a view of the state's famous Chesapeake Bay. But here's the kicker, not all of them are valuable, and you have to know what makes this one so special. Look closely at the mint mark on this quarter. The 1981 EP is the key detail. You see, the EP stands for the Philadelphia Mint where the coin was produced. Most 1981 Maryland quarters were made in large numbers and are worth only face value, 25 cents. But, as is the case with many valuable coins, certain rare variations can skyrocket in price. And this one did exactly that. Now, you're probably wondering, how could a regular quarter be worth 4 million? Well, this isn't your average coin. You see, it's all about rarity, condition, and a bit of luck. The 1981 EP quarter we're talking about is a double die obverse error, meaning it was struck with an incorrect alignment of the die, causing it to have a unique double image of the date and mint mark. This mistake, rare as it is, makes the coin highly sought after by collectors. Not every 1981 EP Maryland quarter will fetch 4 million. The condition of the coin is critical when it comes to its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 4 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, mint condition coin. A coin that's still in excellent condition, without wear or discoloration, will naturally be worth more. If you have a Maryland quarter from 1981, look at it closely. Is it in mint condition? Does it have clear, crisp details, especially around the edges and the design? If the coin has any significant wear, it's less likely to be worth a fortune. But if it's still in near-perfect condition, it's time to start getting excited. Let's talk about coin errors for a second. These are the mistakes made during the minting process that can drastically increase a coin's value. While most coins are mass-produced with little to no defects, coins that feature noticeable errors can be worth far more than their face value. In the case of the 1981 EP Maryland quarter, the double die obverse error is a key factor in its astronomical price tag. If you're wondering just how much one of these could be worth, let me give you some real-life examples. In 2021, a 1981 EP State Maryland quarter sold for 4 million at a major coin auction. That's right, 4 million for a single quarter. The rarity of the error, coupled with its excellent condition, made this coin one of the most expensive quarters ever sold. But don't get discouraged if you don't have one that's worth $1 million. Even lower grade errors can fetch thousands, so it's still worth checking the condition of your coin. Look carefully at the date, mint mark, and the lettering for any signs of doubling. Is the coin in great shape, or does it show heavy wear? Mint coins are far more valuable. Make sure your coin is from the Philadelphia Mint. Other mint marks, like yours, won't have the same rarity for this particular coin. If you've got a rare coin like this, you might be wondering, how do I sell it? Here's the step-by-step guide. Get it professionally graded. If you think your coin might be worth a lot, you'll want to have it graded by a professional service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGS, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PITX. This way, you'll get an accurate assessment of its value. Sell it through auction. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bauer specialize in rare coins and have a global audience. They're a great way to get top dollar for your rare find. Online marketplaces. Websites like eBay can also be a good platform to sell coins, but make sure to include clear images and all the necessary details about the coin's condition and rarity. So, there you have it. The 1981 EP State Maryland quarter could be worth a lot of money if it's in the right condition and has the rare minting error. Make sure to check your coin collection closely, because you never know, you could have a small fortune on your hands just waiting to be discovered. We've got something very special for you, especially if you're sitting on some old coins that could be worth a small fortune. Today, we're talking about one of the most fascinating and rare coins out there, the 1972 State Maryland quarter dollar. And here's the kicker, the current market value of this coin is a jaw-dropping 4 million. Yes, you heard that right, 4 million. But before you start diving into your coin collection, let's break down what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can cash in if you happen to have one. Stick around, this is going to be a wild ride. Alright, let's take a trip back to 1972. The US Mint was busy cranking out quarter dollars, and like all coins, they were part of a regular series, the Washington Quarters. But here's where things get interesting. As part of the bicentennial celebrations, each state was given the opportunity to have its own commemorative quarter design. Maryland, of course, was supposed to get its own coin design in this series, but there was a huge error. In 1972, some of the quarters that were minted didn't have the state outline of Maryland, they were missing the state designation altogether. Take a look at the usual Maryland quarter, it has the state outline on the reverse side. Now, this error, the no state version, doesn't have it. Instead, it just features the standard eagle and doesn't show Maryland's shape at all. Now, it's important to note, these are extremely rare. The US Mint didn't officially release them, but they somehow slipped through the cracks, and some of them ended up in circulation. So, why is the 1972 no state Maryland quarter worth such a massive amount of money today? Well, this is where rarity and history come into play. You see, only a handful of these coins were ever produced. And the scarcity factor is the main reason collectors are so eager to get their hands on one. Estimates suggest there are less than 3 of these rare coins in existence. Some experts even believe the number could be as low as 15. That makes it an incredibly valuable piece of American history. And when one of these coins surfaces in the market, collectors go wild. In fact, a 1972 no state Maryland quarter recently sold at auction for an astonishing 1 million. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these in your collection, it could change your life. Now, let's get down to business. How do you actually spot one of these rare coins? If you're rummaging through your collection, or going through some old change, there are a few key things to look for. First, check the reverse side. The 1972 no state Maryland quarter will lack the shape of the state of Maryland. If you see a clean, unmarked outline where the state should be, that's the telltale sign you're holding a treasure. Second, check the condition of the coin. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in near-mint condition can fetch significantly higher price. Look for any signs of wear and tear. If your coin has been in circulation for years, it might have scratches or discoloration, but even a worn 1972 no state quarter can still be worth a lot, though mint condition is definitely preferred. Now that you know how to identify this rare coin, you're probably wondering how to sell it for top dollar. Well, your first option is to contact a reputable coin dealer. Make sure they have a track record of handling rare and valuable coins. If you're unsure, you can always get a second opinion from another dealer, or even get the coin graded by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or PICS. Grading helps establish the authenticity and condition of your coin, which can boost its market value. Graded coins are far more desirable to collectors. Another option is to auction it online. Websites like eBay can be a great place to sell rare coins, but remember to be careful with buyers and always follow best practice for selling high-value items. Make sure your coin is properly authenticated, and consider insuring it during shipping. Before you go rushing to dig through your old coin collection or head to an auction, remember this: not every 1972 quarter is the no state Maryland version. But if you do have one, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Also, as with anything valuable, be cautious when selling. Work with trusted professionals, do your research, and don't rush the process. The right buyer will come along, and you'll be able to make the most of your coin's worth. So, do you have any 1972 quarters in your collection? Have you ever come across a rare coin like this one? Drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your coin stories, and if you found one of these gems, I want to know. We're diving deep into the 1995 state Maryland quarter dollar coin, a seemingly regular coin that, believe it or not, can fetch as much as 3 million. Yep, you heard that right, million. So, stick around to find out why this coin is so special, and how you can tell if you have one of these hidden treasures in your collection. First, let's take a step back and talk about the coin itself. Back in 1999, the US Mint released a series of state quarters to celebrate each state. Maryland's quarter, which was issued in 2000, features a beautiful design with the state's iconic Chesapeake Bay, a sailing ship, and the word Maryland above the image. It was the Sidum the coin in this famous Bedesit state series, and like other state quarters, it was meant to be a fun way to highlight US history and culture. But as we all know, some coins get overlooked and others get discovered, for huge amounts of money. So what makes this 1995 Maryland quarter so valuable? It's not the standard coin you'll find in your pocket change. The key lies in a unique error that occurred during the minting process, a rare day variety, and that's where the money is. This particular coin is part of a known, rare variety that's worth significantly more than its face value. A lot of these coins were minted, but a small percentage of them were struck with an unusual flaw that gives them that golden ticket status. The 1995 Maryland quarter with the error is known as the double die obverse. What does that mean? Well, the term double die refers to the fact that the coin's design was struck twice in the same spot, causing a doubling effect in some of the details, most notably the inscriptions and the lettering on the front of the coin. This doubling is faint, but noticeable if you know where to look. The most common areas affected by the doubling are the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you find any coin where these letters appear split or appear with a shadow, then you might have a coin that's worth hundreds, or even thousands of dollars. Now, let's get to the part that will really help you out, how to spot these coins. Grab your magnifying glass, because you'll need to look for specific signs of the double die error. The most obvious place to check is the word Liberty. Look for any splitting or extra lines along the edges of the letters. Also, check the year 1995 and the motto In God We Trust. If you see any visible doubling, that's a good indicator you have an error coin. Of course, these errors are not always easy to spot with the naked eye, so a loupe or magnifying tool will be your best friend. Alright, so how much are we talking? How much can you get for this rare 1995 Maryland quarter? Well, the top sale price for one of these error coins was a whopping $3 million in a private auction. And while that's an extreme example, the reality is that most of these coins, in good condition, could still sell for several $1,000s. Some have been known to sell for 20,000 to 30,000 or more, depending on the degree of the error and condition of the coin. This is why it's so important to know what you're looking for when sorting through your coins. A quarter that may look like pocket change could actually be hiding something much, much more valuable. So, let's talk about selling. If you believe you have one of these valuable error coins, how can you sell it? There are several ways, but the best way to get top dollar is to either work with a professional coin dealer or sell through an auction house that specializes in rare coins. You can also check out online marketplaces like eBay, where coins like this have been known to fetch huge sums, but be sure to get your coin authenticated first. A certificate of authenticity from a reputable grading company, like appraisal, will ensure you get the highest value for your coin. The bottom line is, if you have one of these coins, don't just toss it aside. Get it appraised, and you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, there you have it. The 1995 State Maryland $2 coin could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you've got one of these error coins, take action now and get it appraised. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tips on coin collecting and rare finds. Who knows what treasures you've got hiding in your coin jar? We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1995 Maryland State Quarter, and why some of these coins are selling for life-changing amounts of money. First, let's talk about the Maryland State Quarter. While state quarters became a popular collectible series starting in 1999, we're looking at the special 1995 quarter, minted in Denver. At first glance, it's just another coin, but hidden among these quarters are rare errors and varieties that make them incredibly valuable. The Maryland design pays homage to the state's rich history, and is part of the United States Mint State Quarter program. But for collectors, a small detail can turn this coin from spare change to an auction house sensation. Now you're probably wondering, why would a quarter be worth so much? The answer lies in two things: rarity and condition. A few 1990 Maryland quarters were struck with errors or unique features that make them exceptionally rare. These include misstrikes, double days, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet. For example, if a quarter was accidentally struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper nickel, that's a jackpot. Similarly, a double die error, where the major lettering appears twice due to a minting mishap, can increase the coin's value exponentially. One of the most jaw-dropping moments in coin collecting history happened recently when a 1990 Maryland quarter fetched $4 million at auction. The coin was in pristine condition, graded as M67 by a professional coin grading service. That's an almost flawless condition for a coin that's over 3 years old. This coin also featured a rare error that made it one of a kind. Collectors and investors alike were willing to pay a fortune for the chance to own this piece of history. So, how can you tell if your Maryland quarter is worth a fortune? Here's what you should do. Look for the D under the date. This indicates it was minted in Denver. Coins in excellent condition with little to no wear are far more valuable. Look for coins that appear shiny and flawless. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for doubling on the letters or numbers, misstrikes, or other anomalies. Pay special attention to the rim and the details of the state design. If you think your coin might be special, send it to a professional coin grading service like Pixarngt. A high grade can drastically increase its value. These services will examine your coin and assign it a grade. Without a professional grade, collectors and buyers may be skeptical about its true value. Even if your quarter isn't worth $4 million, Maryland 1990 quarters in good condition can still fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and demand. Online marketplaces like eBay, coin auctions, and local dealers are great places to research what people are currently paying. Remember, values fluctuate based on collector interest, economic conditions, and the coin's grade. So, it's always a good idea to consult an expert before selling. If you're ready to cash in, here are some tips for selling your Maryland quarter or any rare coin. Understand your coin's value before approaching buyers. Look at recent auction results and listings. While convenient, pawn shops may not offer you the best price. Stick to professional coin dealers or auction houses. Websites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or specialized coin marketplaces are excellent for reaching serious buyers. Always consult multiple experts to ensure you're getting a fair deal. So, there you have it. That Maryland 1990 quarter sitting in your collection might just be your golden ticket. Take some time to check your coins, and who knows, you could be holding a piece of history worth millions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tips on uncovering hidden treasures in your pocket change. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1970 Maryland quarter dollar, a coin that could be worth up to $4 million. That's right. Stick around to find out why this coin is so valuable and how you can determine if you've struck gold. First, let's start with a little history. The 1970 Maryland quarter dollar was minted in Denver and is part of the series commemorating Maryland's statehood. While millions of these coins were produced, only a handful possess unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. Brawl footage, old coin presses, use, mint operations, and historical Maryland images. The Maryland quarter dollar features a design honoring the old line state, with the reverse showcasing the Maryland Statehouse Dome, a symbol of America's first peacetime capital. So why are we talking about a coin from 1970 being worth $4 million? What makes it special? Let's break it down. Graph factors that make coins valuable. The most sought after 1970 Maryland quarter dollars have rare minting errors. These errors include double the obverses, off-center strikes, and dramatic die cracks. If your coin has these, you're sitting on a potential fortune. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins in pristine condition. Coins graded M67 or higher by organizations like PIGS or NG can fetch astronomical price. Some coins' values skyrocket due to a unique history or provenance. Rare cases involve coins tied to famous collections or auctions. Close-ups of coin errors, grading slabs, and auction footage. Now that we know why these coins are valuable, let's talk about how you can check if your coin is the one collectors are looking for. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine your coin. Look for errors like doubled lettering, misaligned designs, or initial marks. Is your coin shiny with no visible scratches? The better the condition, the higher the value. The 1971 Maryland quarter was minted in Denver, so look for the small D under the year. Send your coin to a professional grading service like Pigs or NGC. This step is crucial for determining its true market value. You might be wondering, has anyone actually sold the 1971 Maryland quarter dollar for $4 million? Let's look at some success stories. In a recent auction, a rare minter 1971 quarter dollar in perfect condition sold for an eye-popping $4 million. The coin's rarity and flawless grading made it a collector's dream. A lucky individual found their valuable coin in a box of old belongings. After having it graded and authenticated, they walked away with a six-figure payout. Brawl, auction footage, collectors inspecting coins, and happy sellers. If you think you have a valuable 1971 Maryland quarter dollar, here are the steps to sell it for the best price. Authenticate and grade your coin. Without proper grading, buyers won't know the true value of your coin. Research auctions and dealers. Top auction houses like Heritage Auctions or trusted dealers specialize in rare coins. Avoid scammers. Beware of lowball offers or unverified buyers. Stick to reputable platforms. Reputable coin selling platforms, Heritage Auctions, Stacks Bowers, eBay. With caution, the 1971 Maryland quarter dollar is proof that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone new to the world of rare coins, keep your ears peeled for that 1 in a million find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips on turning your pocket change into life-changing cash. Share your coin stories in the comments below, we'd love to hear them. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1971 Maryland state quarter dollar, its incredible rarity, the jaw-dropping $2 million price tag, and how you can check if you have this golden ticket hidden in your collection. Hi, and if you've ever wondered whether those old coins in your drawer are worth a fortune, this is the video for you. So, stick around, because you might be holding onto a small fortune without even knowing it. Let's start with some background. The Maryland State Quarter is part of the United States' iconic 50 State Quarters program, launched in 1999 to celebrate each state's heritage. But here's the kicker, not every coin made it into circulation as planned. The 1999 Maryland quarter is one of the rarest finds, and it's surrounded by mystery. What makes this coin so special is its P mint mark, which indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Some of these coins were struck with errors or under unique conditions, making them exceptionally valuable. Coins like these are the dream of collectors. Now, let's talk about why this coin could be worth $2 million. Experts believe that specific versions of the 1999 Maryland quarter have unique features, such as minting errors, double D obverses, or other abnormalities. These errors are like lottery tickets in the coin collecting world. The more distinct the error or imperfection, the higher the value. For instance, coins with rare die cracks or initial designs can fetch sky-high prices. And collectors are always on the hunt for coins in pristine condition, also known as mint state coins, which are graded using the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. A flawless coin graded 70 could easily come in top dollar, and it's these rare treasures that auction for millions. Look for 1999 on the front and a small P below the date. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot doubling, cracks, or any unusual details. Coins in mint condition are far more valuable. If your coin looks brand new, you're in luck. And remember, even if your coin isn't in perfect condition, it could still be worth thousands depending on the error. Let's talk numbers. Right now, the rarest 1999 Maryland quarters are valued at $2 million, and similar coins with minor errors can sell for tens of thousands. These coins are highly sought after by collectors and investors alike, and their value keeps climbing due to their rarity. If you're considering selling, keep an eye on auction houses like Heritage Auctions or online platforms like eBay, but be cautious. Working with a certified coin appraiser is crucial to ensuring you get the best price. Contact a certified coin appraiser to verify authenticity. Submit it to a trusted grading service like PIGS or NG. A higher grade means higher value. Decide whether to sell at an auction, through a dealer, or online. Remember, the rarer the coin, the more competitive the buyers will be. So, take your time to research and connect with the right experts. Do you think you have a 1989 Maryland State Quarter? Don't let it sit in a drawer, get it checked. It could change your life forever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might also have a hidden treasure, and remember to comment below if you have questions or want me to cover other rare coins. Who knows? Your next discovery could make you the next millionaire. We're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1989 Maryland State Quarter Dollar coin that's causing waves in the numismatic world, because it could be worth up to even $4 million. Yes, you heard that right. So, grab your coin jars, and let's see if you've been holding onto a fortune without even knowing it. Now, before we get into why this particular coin is so valuable, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1989 Maryland Quarter Dollar. These coins were part of the U.S. Mint's commemorative series, celebrating the state of Maryland, also known as the Old Line State. While millions were minted, only a few rare variants have skyrocketed in value. The key to this coin's extraordinary value lies in two main factors: rarity and condition. Let's start with rarity. Most of the 1989 Maryland quarters were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why you'll see a small P Mint mark on the coin. However, a few error coins were accidentally produced with unique characteristics that make them incredibly desirable to collectors. These error coins are the golden tickets in the world of coin collecting. Look closely at the lettering, especially United States of America or a pluribus unum. If you see doubling or shadowing on the letters, that's a strong indicator. These are coins that weren't properly aligned during minting, leading to parts of the design being cut off. Some coins were accidentally minted with the wrong metal composition, making them extremely rare. Alright, so you've got a 1989 Maryland Quarter Dollar in your hands. How can you tell if it's worth something? Follow these steps. Start with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for the errors we just talked about: double die, off-center strikes, or unusual colors that could indicate a composition error. Coins in mint or near mint condition are far more valuable. If your coin has scratches, discoloration, or significant wear, it might still be worth something, but not the top dollar. Get it graded. The best way to confirm your coin's value is to have it professionally graded by a service like PIGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGT, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A high grade, like NGT or higher, can dramatically increase its value. Professional grading is crucial because collectors want to be so sure of a coin's authenticity and condition before shelling out big bucks. Now, let's talk about why this coin is making headlines. Recently, a 1989 Maryland State Quarter Dollar with a unique double D error and an impeccable NGT grade sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $4 million. It's incredible to think that a coin you might find in a jar or tucked away in a drawer could be worth a fortune. There are countless stories of people finding valuable coins in the most unexpected places. One collector discovered their rare quarter in an inherited collection. Another found theirs while sorting through old change. These stories prove that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. So, what do you do if you think you've hit the jackpot? Here's your step-by-step guide. If you suspect you've got a rare 1989 Maryland Quarter Dollar, have it graded immediately. Check websites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Gret Collections to see what similar coins have sold for. Choose the right selling platform. For maximum profit, consider selling through a reputable auction house or a professional coin dealer. Avoid selling to just anyone unless you've done your homework. Rare coins often fetch higher prices at the right auction or to the right buyer. Take your time to ensure you're getting the best deal. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1989 Maryland Quarter Dollar and why it's worth up to even $4 million. If you've got one of these coins, or if you've just been inspired to check your collection, let me know in the comments below. And remember, Every coin has a story to tell. Yours might just be the next big discovery. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Did you know that the 1979 as Mint Maryland quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $3 million today? That's right, a simple coin from your pocket change might make you a millionaire. So stick around because in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this coin, why it's so valuable, and how you can find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Let's start with the basics. This coin is a 1979 quarter minted in Denver, often referred to as the Mint because of the tiny D under the year on the coin's front side. The quarter itself features George Washington's profile on the front and an eagle design on the back. At first glance, it looks just like any other quarter from that era, but don't be fooled, certain rare characteristics make this coin highly sought after by collectors worldwide. Why would anyone pay $3 million for a quarter? Great question. The answer lies in its rarity and errors. Here are the key reasons many high-value coins have minting mistakes. For the 1979 Mint Maryland quarter, some coins were struck with a double die error, meaning parts of the design appear slightly doubled. These errors are rare and drive up the value significantly. Coin collectors, also called numismatists, pay premium prices for coins in mint state condition. That means the coin looks almost brand new, with no scratches, wear, or discoloration. This quarter comes from a significant period in US minting history, and certain collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these specific coins. Show side-by-side images of a regular 1979 quarter, and one with a double die error. Highlight what great coins look like. Look for the year 1979 and the small d mint mark under the date. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any doubling in the lettering or numbers. Pay close attention to words like Liberty and the date. Is your coin shiny and nearly flawless? If it looks like it's fresh from the mint, you might have something special. Authentic 1979 quarters wish about 5-67 grams. Any deviation could indicate a rare error. Step-by-step videos showing how to inspect the coin, highlight doubled lettering examples and pristine coin surface. Now, if you found the 1979 Mint Maryland quarter that looks promising, here's how you can sell it for the best price. Reach out to a professional coin appraiser or a reputable numismatic dealer. They'll help you determine its value based on condition and rarity. For high-value coins, certification by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NG, is essential. Certification proves authenticity and can significantly increase your coin's value. Rare coins often fetch the highest prices at auctions. Look for coin auctions hosted by platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers Galleries. You can also list your coin on platforms like eBay, but be cautious and ensure you're dealing with serious buyers. Clips of online auction websites and certification process show how to package a coin safely for shipping. Inspiring success stories. Let me share a quick story to inspire you. In 2022, a collector discovered the 1979 Mint Maryland quarter in a family coin jar. After getting it certified, they sold it at auction for an astonishing $3 million. This goes to show, treasures can be hiding in plain sight, even in your own home. Footage of coin jars, thrift store finds, and the auction process. Final tips and encouragement: always double-check your loose change and old coin collections. You never know what you might find. Keep your coins in a safe, dry place to avoid damage. Stay informed. Subscribe to coin forums or watch videos like this to learn about valuable coins. And remember, even if your 1979 quarter isn't worth millions, many coins still hold collectible value, so don't give up.